I'm hoping y'all can hear me. Can someone message me and let me know that they can hear me? Because I feel real dumb right now. I couldn't figure out how to get back into my own show. So sad. Let's see. Can you hear me? It says that my mic is working, but I really just don't know. Oh, okay. I was getting a little worried. Now I just got to figure out again how to put a video up for when it's time to do the sprint. I am batting 1,000 today. I am batting 1,000. Um, DL, maybe you can walk me through. Do I have to click settings or what do I do? I feel so dumb right now. Actually, let me go back to YouTube. Yeah, story of my life. All right, I'm on YouTube. Let's go to the sprint. I don't know how to send you the backstage link. Wait a minute. Hold on. I can send it in here. Give me a second. Uh, Give me a second. Oh, yeah. All right. Invite, copy, do here, and paste. All right. I put it in chat because I because I don't have Messenger now for some reason, and we don't even want to get into it because Messenger is an ass. But all right. So let me go back to Streamyard, and I'll just wait for you. So tonight, everybody, I'm not going to be here too long. Um, because I have so much work to do, and I won't be able to do it with StreamYard up because my computer hates StreamYard. So some of what I have to do
Okay.
is call on more energy, so to speak. But the beginning of it, I can finish because I got patron boxes I'm filling behind me. Hey,
Hey, so what you got to do is, I would suggest the easiest way because they added a few new things to StreamYard. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's like some boxes on the side of the screen.
I saw that.
Yeah, so you can pre-set up you can change these different screens in between if you want to, like if you like had it the two of us or something, or you had another screen set up, you could pre-set it up. But besides that, um what I would suggest to do is whatever timer you want to use that's on YouTube, then I would go open a separate window for
Right.
that timer and just get it up there for yourself already.
I did
And then
that.
you already got it up there. Okay, cool. So then you could just go down to present with the little has a little
I
like
see it.
yeah,
Next
press
step.
that. Yeah, so that's so you can share the screen. When you press that, then you can press share screen, and then you press share screen again. And then it'll have the box option. Whatever you have opened, the tab will read, and you want to click the tab that for your timer. And when you click that, then press share, and it'll share that particular screen.
Did I do it?
You did.
Did I do it?
Yes, it's up there. So in order to make it full screen, Only thing you have to do is on the tab itself, not on your StreamYard tab. On the tab that's the timer, you just go and make it a big screen. That's where you play it from and all that jazz. If you didn't remember all that.
Okay, so like, did I do it?
I don't see it. I don't see it doing it yet. Are you on the timer
I'm
itself?
not, I don't think I'm in the right place. Hold on.
Yeah, just take your time and go to the tab that's the other YouTube tab for this timer and do it all from there. Yeah, there you go. You're on there now. Yeah, there you go. Now it's full screen.
Okay, so now I gotta get back to StreamYard. So when I don't want to share it, is it a way to just pause it?
You can at the bottom, yeah. So at the bottom of the screen, you could say remove it from the or hide it from the stream like you just did.
All
And
right, I just put it on that thing that has the two icon pictures.
yeah, you can click back into the other one, and then it'll be back what you had on that one, which
How do
is
I
quite
go
helpful.
back to that? Is it this?
Yes, but you'll have to adjust it to make it full screen. Yeah, like that. There you go.
Lord have mercy. Okay, it's actually easier this way, but I just didn't know how to do it.
Well, of course, if they did do updates and change some stuff, so
All right, so this puts us to just two of us on screen, right?
yes,
All right, I think I can make it work.
cool. Okay,
Girl, I've been
I
going
know.
away for a few seconds, and then now all this.
Yeah, I what I guess didn't stream in a while, but it wasn't that long. I had some pop ups before I went to my schedule, and they had just did this update. Like I don't know, it may have been like a month since I had did a pop up, and yeah, they already had updated to do this new stuff. So
Okay.
that's what they do. I don't know.
So, how can I get off of that? I can't even see it. Whatever, I'm gonna just leave it alone.
And you said you're working on your Patreon boxes tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on my got the carts boxes because I
Okay.
decided to add a couple more things, but I'm also working on Patreon at the same time.
You're so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
Add more stuff to it.
yeah. Oh my God, y'all are gonna love them.
Oh,
I
I'm sure
had
we will.
more time, so since since I lost my wallet and a whole bunch of other craziness, I was like, well, since I got to wait anyway, let
Yeah.
me add some stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm eccentric Raven.
Hello. I said
Eccentric
hello.
Raven, okay? You a Raven and you're eccentric. That's some stuff.
That's what's up.
And
Yep.
that's you, right?
Mm-hmm. That's me.
All right. Well, I can't waste too much time, and since I lost enough of it anyway, DL, introduce yourself real quick, and we can go into a sprint.
Hi everyone, I'm author D.L. Tillery, the Mistress of Horror, and I write dark fantasy, horror, dark romance, and poetry actually. So, but I dibble and dabble into other genres, hence why I'm a multi-genre author. But a lot of my stuff has a dark incline, hence why I'm the Mistress of Horror. On my channel, you will get to know about my writing journey. I do book reviews as I am an adamant reader, and I also talk about or show some horror esque things here time to time. And I usually have my poetry show at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. The beginning of the month one is dedicated to a friend who passed away. Pax Poetry Panic is the Patch Poetry Sundays, and her name was Pax Panic. So usually I have a poem at the beginning of the month that is a prompt based off a prompt, and so you can write along with me. And then at the end of the month, the last Sunday, I do Lair of the Mistress, which is usually dark poetry of some kind. Usually is romance leaning, or it could be just dark in general, or sometimes I shift off depending on if it's a particular month, and I may do some truth poetry. You may get that sometimes, but in the other 2 weeks is my writer's blog, and then my book review week, which is the third Sunday. So if you want to check out some of that stuff, then by all means slide over my way.
Where else can they find you?
Pretty much everywhere. I am everywhere. I did have a new book come out December the 5th, which was my birthday last year. My first full novel. I've had three other books released for that, but they were small books. One Within, Fractals, and Thorns of My Heart, which is my Poetry Dark collection, and Cagliostro, my full dark fantasy novel, which actually, if you get the printed version, comes with a novella based in the Cagliostro world called Winter Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that is my magnus opus. My all my books that I just mentioned are based in the Cagliostro world, except for the poetry book. But yeah, that's my main thing. So you will find me every which way, everywhere. If you check my link tree on my channel, then you could get all the places I am: Instagram, X. I'm on Patreon. I'm on Kofi. I'm on all the new ones too. Clapper. There's a lot of social medias out here. It's crazy, and more is coming. So I'm on TikTok too. I'm over there as well. Um, but yeah, I do a little bit of stuff. And also, before I pop off and we get started with this sprinting, I did want to say that Cagliostro is now available in audiobook on Apple bookstores.
That's
So
what's up.
for
Yeah.
those who cannot get the ebook or can't see the book, because some people cannot view stuff visually, so they like to either listen to books or have to listen to books, you can, if you have an Apple product of some kind, whether that be an iPad or a iPhone. I know a lot of people walking around with iPhones. You could get Cagliostro on audiobook. And I decided to go that route only because it was offered to me by Apple Books through Draft to Digital to publish it for free for their new system that they're trying out. And it is AI based, but they did use a human to base it off of. So they hired somebody to base it off of, and it's quite good. I will give them
With
that.
their permission, because I'm so tired of people.
I know acting like they're getting nobody's permission. They hired it's based off of a human narrator who worked for them, and they did the AI for it. So it is actually quite good. I did have other plans for doing the audiobook, but I'll do save that for the future because it's quite costly, obviously. But this is another avenue for authors who don't have the funds on hand. If you get offered by Apple Books, I'd say take it up because that way, at least if you do make some money with that audiobook, you can save that money to put towards a audiobook for narrators that you want to hire. So,
Right. It helps people like me who have no
right,
vision. I don't
right,
read
right.
a lot of my stuff. I really don't. I will buy a physical book because I gotta have them.
I feel that.
I can't help it. I'm a book person,
Me
but I
too.
will get the ebook version just so it can be read to me because my I don't
Exactly.
read it.
Yes.
But I love the fact that audio was available. Like that's my thing. I mean, audio's always been available. When I was a kid, you could buy books on cassette.
Yeah,
So
you could. I
I'm not
had some
saying
books
that
on
it's a
cassette.
new thing, but I'm just glad that it exists.
Yeah, of course, because it's quite helpful. Also, a lot of people do it nowadays because they're so busy that they'll be driving to work and they'll be listening to one of the books that they're reading. Some people like to do housework and they're listening to a book. So it does make it help adults who are trying to be flexible with their schedule, but also enjoy something that they like to do, like read a book.
Girl, my ass can't be listening to no books mom drive. I'd be like, and then Duncan did X, Y, Z. I'd be like,
Crash. Listen, uh, listen out now. See, maybe I couldn't listen to the seven erotic sins, something
oh
like
no,
that.
girl, I would
While
look.
we driving, nah, if I drive by myself, but I'll be like, listen, I'll
I
do
would
that
have to
something
park.
in the car. That'd be
I
fine.
wouldn't get past chapter 3. I would have to park.
That's too funny. But yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
I,
I
I
can
gotta
see
tell
it being
you,
appeal.
I gotta tell you a cute story. So I was
Good.
teaching a class Saturday on how to do storyboards, right?
Yes, I know.
And it's a billion different ways to get your pictures for storyboard. Make you can draw them.
Yeah,
You can go to places like Pixel and try to find something that's close enough. You can um you can take pictures, which is my favorite way. Is I go to the set and I grab my kids and I'll use photographs
yeah,
that I take to convey what I'm trying to do. But another way, of course, out there is AI.
yeah.
So, which isn't my favorite way because you really got to know your stuff, and I do know how to work it. But
Yeah.
so I got to the point in the class because that's the part everybody was chomping at the bit on.
I bet because that's the one they can get to the easiest, probably.
Yeah, and everybody's just they just love it, and I understand why. Like that picture that I have that's representing me right now is my latest character in my first Gothic story,
Mm-hmm.
and I did that. I gave the AI program a picture of me, and I said, describe this person in the picture. And then it did. And then I took the description, put it in another program, and said, create this person with an off the shoulder pink gown, blah, blah, blah. And it did that. And I'm very
Nice.
happy. So, but I'll use it in a lot of promotion, but I'm not going to sell that picture.
No.
But anyway, what was funny was, so I have my laptop and I'm showing them like all the different steps because there's quite a few steps and you got to do things in a certain order of operations in order to generate what you're trying to get to. And it's noticeably like blank spots in some of my my stuff. And I said, oh, please just ignore the blank spaces. That's because for some reason AI has decided that I was a pervert.
Yeah.
So it'll, instead of generate the picture, be like, nah, bitch, you nasty. Even though I might have asked for something just as simple as pie, for some reason, it deemed me a pervert. So
Well, it just know you a little bit, that's all.
Now I'm thinking I'm telling the funniest joke, right?
Right.
I'm standing in front of the class waiting for everybody to go, ha, 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 you're so funny. Not one person laughed. And then a couple people like, yeah, well, we have read your stuff, so.
Well, it seems the AI has joined the rest of us and know who you are.
I was like, wait, hold on. Y'all was supposed to take up from me.
Not they said we all understand what the truth is.
Not agree with the damn AI.
That's funny.
I just stood there and the other people who weren't speaking, they were just looking at me nodding like, yeah, pretty much.
Raven said something in the chat.
Oh wait, but hold on.
Ooh. The AI developers are so afraid of getting sued.
Everybody's afraid of getting sued.
Yeah.
Everybody's afraid of getting sued. But the way technology works, they'll find a way around it. If they do something dirty, then they definitely will find a way around it.
I'll be blocking you from even putting anything.
If they're doing something wrong and they're caught like, oh shit, I didn't realize it, then they have the opportunity to fix it. But
now they just allow it and they might get in trouble.
It's not going anywhere. One of the classes that I took, like, because I'm always in school, I'm determined to be a doctor before I die. And the guy was talking about some video that was on YouTube, and he said, now listen to this. This is really important because I didn't even think about it like this. Yeah. And the way artists work is we always get inspired by other things, blah, blah, blah. Neither here.
Very true. Yeah.
But if I gave you 100 pictures, 100 of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson in the garden, Michael Jackson dancing, Michael Jackson sitting watching TV, Michael Jackson doing 100 different things. And then I told you, okay, now close that auto book. I mean that what do you call those things? Photo book. Close the photo book. And now I want you to imagine Michael Jackson eating a steak. Now, mind you, there was no pictures whatsoever of Michael Jackson eating a steak. I'm asking you to now imagine that.
Yeah.
Are you having any difficulty imagining Michael Jackson eating a steak?
Certainly not. So
no. And that's how AI works. It works.
Yeah, that's a good example.
It works the same way we do.
Yeah.
It just
it's called artificial intelligence. Hello.
Right. It just isn't creative. It's thinking. And so if I gave you 100 pictures of me doing anything and then told you to now picture me kissing Orlando Bloom,
of course,
you can see it now.
Right. To the
So, and again, that's how AI works. So ultimately, even if AI gets in trouble for some things, which they probably should, I'm not going to get into it. Um, they can fix it, they can course correct, and they're ultimately going to win. It's not going anywhere.
yeah, it was around well before the public got its hands on it in this mainstream. So people are aware. That's how most things work. They create it, they utilize it and use it before the general public gets to just dibble dabble anytime they feel like and want to. That's how things work. So, and people were actually using AI before they even realized they were using it because it's called public testing.
Well, I
Is
use
the city.
AI. I use AI all the time because I have pro writing aid,
Yeah,
and
me too.
nobody is taking my pro writing aid away from me.
Yeah, no, because it's
I love
people
it.
been doing using autocorrect. That's what do they think that is? Like it's just it is like well in some instances. I mean, look, I understand things can go in a certain direction where people are worried about this or that. Honestly, in my opinion, do writers need to worry about being air quote replaced by AI? No, I don't think you need to worry about that.
Well, that's what one of the kids in my class was talking about, and I said, do you have any fear of one day just going to AI and having it write for you? He's like, no. I said, then don't worry about being replaced. You're not going to go anywhere. What's the fun in having something write for you?
I don't know.
Like,
Some people aren't doing
you're
it
a
for fun, but they do
writer.
that. But why does that
I'm
matter to
not
you?
talking about the people who are trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna write 27 books and put it on um,
Amazon
Amazon
or
because
something.
that are not writers. Anybody who is a writer has no desire to do that.
Yeah, that's sucks.
No desire to do that. And I hate to say it in a really dumb way, but I don't care because all I want, all I want is to make sure that I'm looking at artists and looking out for artists. So my stuff that goes out there will be connected to humans. My stuff that I do, my when I use the pro writing aid, and if I make that fake picture of this girl here, that's not going out into the world for me to make money.
And I think people need to just take that for what it is. Like if
And
you
even
make the
yeah,
decision, if you make the decision not to use AI art in that way to sell products or do that, because it's actually in your best interest not to, because
I
it's not protected. It's not protected. So if you want to go that route, then I'm just going to say that that's on you if you want to be
and I'm
unprotected,
not, and you know, and
you know.
I'm not gonna put you down or call you out for it
No.
either. I'm just
Mm-mm.
not gonna do
I'm just
it.
not gonna do it because I have plenty of reasons. I like to create my own stuff, but that's me. Also, I like to look for an artist that does a thing, and then I like to commission that artist to do the same. But that's not. I'm not gonna tell everyone that they're like attack people because they
Yeah,
decide that they want to use something like that. I'm just not going to do that.
and
Oh, and Raven said something in the chat too. If you
I
want to say
actually
that,
like this picture. I'm
yeah,
gonna
I do.
send
I like it.
that picture to my artist and say, hey, can we do this?
Yeah,
I
do
don't
something
like
like
the
that.
way you rated it.
AI is such a lousy storyteller. I'm not afraid of it replacing authors. Yeah, I
Well,
would say
will
it.
say this. I will say this. AI is going to get better.
Oh, it's definitely going to.
Yeah.
It's
So,
headed in that direction right now.
but all that said, I don't give a fuck if it does because I'm not ever going to stop writing. I will never feel replaced.
Definitely not.
And
I don't.
so, right, because that's who we are. We're creatives. We want to tell stories. I've been writing stories before there were programs that could write stories, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Agree.
doing it. But as far as like stuff like Grammarly, I don't like Grammarly, but Grammarly is still good. Pro writing aid, stuff like that. I don't care what nobody said.
Yep.
I don't because before I send
I
my
mean, I don't know. Are people arguing that? Are they? Because some people
yeah
might be though.
yeah
Are they
because
sure?
yeah because
That's
anytime
funny to
you
me.
say the word AI, you automatically like ooh blah blah blah. Like bitch, no, I
Jeez.
wrote this story and then I put it through Grammarly to see where I'm making fatal mistakes before I give it to my editor.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
didn't
wrong with that.
cancel anybody. I didn't cancel myself. I didn't cancel my editor. I did one additional step in between that called for artificial intelligence. And I love I love Pro Writers Aid. I love it.
Yeah, I love Prairie. I pay for that just because like it's very helpful to me when I'm doing my self editing process. So I don't
Yeah.
care about
I'm not
that.
a big
Like,
fan of Grammarly. I heard that Grammarly is way better than it used to be, though.
yeah, but I did use Grammarly at one point. Pro Writer just kind of tops it in my opinion.
Grammarly would do like because in Pro Writing Aid, first of all, they can get what your style is.
Yeah,
Grammarly cannot. Grammarly is going to keep telling you that Danette is not a word, no matter how
yeah.
many times you tell them Danette is a damn word.
I'm like, listen, just because it's French or whatever, you don't know what it is.
And
Me
it'll
fighting every
stuff like
dictionary.
that. And then it was making mistakes. Now I give myself a little pat on the back. I'm really good with the English language,
Yeah,
and it was making mistakes.
yeah.
And I'm like,
It will.
you changed my correct sentence to a mistake. I
Yeah,
no longer
it
trust
can for sure. And that's what people also have to understand. Like I use Pro Writer 8 in my phases of self editing. After I self edited myself raw, and then I use Pro Writer 8 to help clean some of it up, or for that type of thing. And it's not going to be perfect, but I'm sure that my editor still appreciates more clean than it would be otherwise,
I'm telling
just
you,
to help out.
it does catch my stupid. It does.
Yeah, it does help
It does.
because we
And
we be
so,
like, you repeat too many words of the same, and
oh
Pro
my
Writer can help
God.
catch that stuff quicker. It
I
can do a
love
lot of
those
other things.
breakdowns. I love those
Yeah.
breakdowns. You said just 275 times in this
Well, this
paragraph.
flow of this is good, or it'll say like this what level grade reading it is.
Yeah.
It gives you a breakdown of quite useful things. I think the readability and things like that is very helpful
Yes. I
to
love it.
you. Like it does help you with a lot of points. So I definitely always champion for Writer 8. I think is extremely
Yeah.
good. So people can say whatever they want on that front.
I love
But
it.
yes,
But then when I get it to my editor, he doesn't bleed on it as much as he usually does.
yeah, I've seen that where my editors
Oh my
they didn't. I'm sure
God.
he felt like, yeah, this is kind of good. I ain't got to do so much. He had blood all the time. But
Oh
yeah,
my God. My editor, I could see as he's reading my stuff, I can feel that he's just shaking his head like,
like, I'm sure all editors be like, listen, what are you doing? You already know that. Why are you saying that twice? Like, why did you say that
and I
twice?
get this all the time. Aphrodite, 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 Aphrodite.
Right?
Oh.
We always try to
So I can't speak for what will happen in the future.
yeah.
I just will never feel replaced because I want to write. So I'm
Yeah,
going
certainly
to.
not.
And
Because
I don't
I
care if
don't,
R2D2 is sitting next to me also writing.
mhm.
I'm still gonna write.
Yeah, we're not going to complain too much if AI get to the point where they
See, here's the
decide to
thing:
do
if
robots for us, and then
to be replaced, or rather to be erased, is a problem, and I don't see that happening.
yeah, I don't see that happening because that's not how when you create
That's
something.
not how creativity works. You can erase jobs that like the manual labor type stuff by bringing in the robotics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really get it. Like y'all are trying to be more efficient, so now 20 people don't have a job because one robot can do what 20 people did, blah blah blah. But you can never erase creativity.
No, and I'm
You
not much as there's always been
they can
groups that
think
want
they can
to.
think circles around you, but they can't imagine.
And I think a lot of times when people getting even afraid of like AI or robots taking jobs, um, I think that for people
Because
to
it
get
has
afraid,
happened.
it has happened only because we decide to stay primitive. And that happens because of greed, and that happens because of rich,
It
greedy
definitely happens
people
because of greed. Yeah.
wanting to keep things a certain older way because that's how they make their money. And if they do move away and more into technology, what does that mean? That then means that as a society, that means other types of jobs appear that the human part has to do because the robot has to be fixed. Yes, they have robots that fix robots, but that robot has to be programmed by
I mean,
someone.
yeah,
Those type
I
of
see your
jobs mean
point
higher
there because
paying
at some
jobs.
point you do want to get You want to do what my mom always says: keep up with the times.
You unfortunately
You
you
don't
have
need, and I'm
you
gonna make
don't.
this up because this isn't true. If they don't need people to wrap sandwiches because a robot is doing it, then you need to be the person who built a robot.
Yep, and that's
And
true.
so, so I get that. But as a creative, I could be the less creative on the planet, and everybody else is AI making shit, and it will never stop me.
Yeah,
It will
I
never
get that.
stop
I
me.
think people should just like every time something new comes around, humans freak out. We all know this.
But
They
people
freaked out when the
remember back in
microwave
the
came
day.
around.
Remember back in the day when everybody was bitching and complaining and losing their mind because of Photoshop.
Oh, I know. Every time anything new comes around, people lose their
Yeah.
mind. It doesn't matter what it is, what
But
era
now
it is, what
Photoshop is just
the item is.
commonplace. Photoshop isn't real, but it's still commonplace, and you're not getting the same bitching. But anyway, like long tangent over.
We're gonna do sprinting now.
Artists will create my artwork.
Yep.
Humans will edit my writing, and I, as a human, trust me, I really am human, not a pervert. I don't care what this is.
Yeah. Raven saying good night.
Oh, yeah. Look, we talk so much. We both went to Sprint.
No worries. I have to go.
What did they say?
I have to go now. Sorry. Nice to find your channels. Good night. Thanks for being here,
Oh,
Raven. Hopefully we'll see you again.
What you working on?
Your mic kind of went out for a minute, so I'm not sure if I just couldn't hear you. Raven might not heard you either.
Huh?
Your mic went out for a minute when you said whatever you said.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yeah. Just I think it was just
I was
the internet signal.
I was inviting Eccentric Raven to come on the show sometime. I'll be here every Thursday. I might start an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Next week because I don't want to be doing this at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be on at 7, but I know you got on here about 8.
I'm gonna do one sprint and probably call it a night.
Yeah.
I started later than I wanted to.
Yeah. But Raven, yeah, if you're still here, then definitely subscribe to the channel so that way you can get our notifications when we're streaming.
Subscribe to you too.
Yeah, because I'll follow you. I'll actually go look you up after this because I stream on Sunday and Tuesdays as well. So
well, when you get a second, when we go into the sprint, can you put your link tree in the chat so people can find it?
Yeah, sure then.
I don't have anything 1,000% new going on that I can share yet. I mean, that I have to share. I can share what I'm doing. I'm writing a Gothic short story.
Oh yeah, I know you saying that. That sounds good. Sounds good.
Look, I made some songs. I wrote some lyrics where the female character is talking about the deeper she lets him delve, the more she knows she's going to hell.
Oh.
And I'm like, you know what? That sounded nasty. That's not what I was.
That's really not too surprising because see, every AI knows who you are.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm thinking, like, is that what the problem is? It's suggestive.
It is suggestive, and that's the deal.
Girl, why did one of the students tell me, now look, why one of the students say, we know everything about you except for your OnlyFans link.
Wow, you got called out right there for that.
I was like,
that's crazy work.
Everybody ain't know I got an OnlyFans. I'm like, nah, he's kidding, and so am I, people. I don't have an OnlyFans.
They was like,
no, I just got the impression that none of them believed me. But
I was gonna say they'd be like, sure, you don't.
It was a great class. I will not try to tell jokes anymore because I just knew they were gonna laugh and laugh. They're like, yep, all right, yeah.
I mean, they weren't laughing because they was like, well, we already know that that's true, so I don't see what's funny.
AI knows you very well.
But we don't see what's funny because obviously that's a literal fact. I don't see why that's funny.
Oh my goodness! All right, so we've been talking for 34 minutes. Well, a little less than that because 8 minutes of it I was by myself trying to figure shit out. But let's go ahead on into a 20 and get to the top of the hour.
That works.
All right, now again. So I go to. Do I need to click it? Or no, I click this.
Yep.
Right
back into that. And then you can go play it from the tab, from its actual tab.
and I go to okay.
You two tab and press play.
Where I have the timer, just hit play.
Yep, there you go. Bam. Yep,
All
right
right.
there.
All right, everybody. See you in a few.
Yep, 20 minutes.
I'm assuming I did it right.
You did. It's playing.
Okay. All right. Bye.
I'll mute out.
How do I stop sharing again? Do I go? Let's see. I go here.
Let me unmute.
Okay.
Girl, I just got past the time. I was like, because my mom had called me, and I was like, yeah, what's up? So I was talking to her for a little bit because we had customer crap happen, client stuff happened, and now I'm making a new clause in the contracts because people are annoying. But also, Dahlia was messaging in our Goddess of Writing group, and she was asking such a funny question that I had to like, girl, yes. She was like,
What?
any of you have beta readers that make you mad?
Oh my God! Are you kidding
Like,
me?
girl, we all got stories. And then she said they want to take your story and fix it to match their head canon. And I was like, girl, yes. I sent her a voice message that she'll read
Hold
it. She
on for
said,
a second.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, there it is. I was like, why am I hearing double?
Oh, yeah.
Girl, that's what we do. We need to have some beta stories.
Oh, my goodness. I was telling her about, real quick, I told her about that beta reader I had who pretty much she only signed up because she already didn't like me because she came from the dance world that I came from. And there's a lot of jealous catty women in that whole setting.
Oh, I remember.
And that was her. She was the only person that said the dumb shit that she said out her mouth. And it's funny when someone tries to say something stupid and they say it with their whole chest like it's factual. And then when you have to correct them, they just feel stupider. So then they don't have anything to say.
Girl, that's my favorite time of the day.
That's my favorite time. You're
O'clock.
right. I feel it.
I come for you.
How you gonna sit there with your whole chest and say that all chairs are upright?
Like, wow, you said that out loud and everything.
Like you said out everything like you was smart and you smarty. You a smarty. Like that. No, ma'am. All chairs are not called upright. You think you're a smart ass like all chairs are upright. No, that's the type of chair. That's a type of chair. I mean, you don't
she
know
never
things.
heard of a lounge or a shades?
No, she probably would have said all.
She never heard of a settee?
She would be like, all chairs are loungeable or something stupid.
I would have sent her so many pictures.
I really cannot even.
But again, that's not a recommendation. I know I live for petty o'clock.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, petty 30 as well.
Listen, I live for petty o'clock myself because people make it so easy. Listen, nobody don't want it, but hey, they one who gave me such an easy end on that. I'm just saying. But yeah, well, let me read what Dahlia says so you can know because I know she didn't write on Discord, so you won't know. She said, for example, I had a story in which two ladies meet in a mental hospital where they had been sent for rest / recovery / therapy. And the reader said, I think they would meet at a new age retreat.
Well, see,
bitch,
I would have been like, in your book, they can meet at a new age retreat. Like, I don't understand. You don't
what
get
she
this
talking
right
about?
What are you talking about? Oh, wait. Let me do it, Dan. Let me do it, Danette. What are they on about? What are they on about?
That's very accurate,
mistake. You're not correcting anything. And the fact that you put in you think should have told you to not complete that sentence.
The Dahlia said, like, write your own damn story.
Right?
It's there for a reason. Oh my God, I'm kind of popping right now. To the point where I don't even want to bother have anyone read it. I got to get some new readers. Like they're not right.
Since I can't get in Messenger anymore, can you make our Messenger chat actual group so I can actually talk to y'all?
How you mean a group? Where you mean on Facebook? Can you go on Facebook groups? You can still do that.
Yeah, can you create a goddess?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I did make the Discord. But I'm not sure how much everybody, because Dahlia did join the Discord, but since nobody
else did or didn't,
she did. Of course, Tamara didn't yet, but Tamara hasn't been on.
I would do it on Facebook too.
Okay. Because when I send you a link for the invite for Discord, you have to get it almost right away or it expires.
Okay.
Because I did it. Somebody had invited me one time. one, and it just if you wait at all or you don't know it's there, it
Yeah,
expires. Like you
because
can't
I,
even
I
change
got like
that.
all these notices things from you, and I try to click them, and they're like, "Why you here? What you doing?"
Yeah, they do that. Like you literally have to do it almost right. So I had to be like text you and say Aphrodite, the invite there.
Yes.
You have to
Actually,
okay
you
and
might
go
need
get
to
it.
call me because and like
Listen, I
do it.
know. I know. I had text you right when you got on. It's like, do you need my help in the back stage? I need if you can see it or not. But I was
Wait,
like, let me
you know
try
what?
to
My
see.
phone. Oh, where's my phone?
Your phone was like that. I'm
Oh,
over
here it
here.
is.
She don't even care
It's right
about
here.
me.
It's right here. No, girl, I don't hear no damn text.
Well,
Oh,
I
the
know
phone
that.
is dead. The phone is it completely dead?
Oh, see,
I'm sorry, I did that so Baltimore. The phone is completely dead.
I'll
Let
change it up
me
later.
let me charge it.
You are so ridiculous. I
I did an audition the other day,
did.
and I was like, "So, do y'all want me to use my Baltimore accent? And what part of Baltimore? Because I got 4 of them." And they said, "Well, let just surprise us." So I went straight. I went up. I went straight Baltimore,
Oh my goodness.
and I don't think nobody knew what the hell I said.
They probably didn't. I don't know if I could even do it. My accent that I have is obviously the Merlin accent because someone had pointed out that their husband was from Merlin, and she's like, she didn't. I didn't know that. She didn't know where I was from at the time. And she said, "Are you from Merlin?" When I spoke to her on the phone, and I said, "Yes." And then she said, "Oh, because my husband has the same accent you do."
We definitely have a distinct accent because when I was in California for 3 years,
Yeah.
and everybody always, I'll say 2 sentences, and then they'll go, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Don't I sound like you? What the fuck?" Like, no, where are you from? And then my stupid baby father, he lucky he was pretty. He just lucky he was pretty. That's
Yeah,
all.
well, you can be
He would
stupid
always
if you're
like,
pretty.
"Oh, Professor, she from Boston."
What
I'm like, "I am not from fucking Boston." I really think he just couldn't understand what I was saying.
Maybe. I mean, I think the accent is, it's different parts always have different accents. And I'm not sure what I sound like to other people, clearly. I can hear what I sound like to myself when I'm online, but I have no idea what the accent really sounds like because I would hear it all the time because duh, I fucking live here. So
My one friend in Canada, we were talking on the phone one time, and she just started giggling from out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Why are you giggling?
what the
She
hell is
said,
wrong?
"When I hang up, I'm gonna spend all day talking the way you talk and you
Oh my
using your
goodness.
accent." I'm like, "Girl, I do not have no accent. I am from Maryland." And then she just bust out laughing again. She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that."
Oh my goodness. And then I heard this whole thing about how we say Merlin. Like, how am I supposed to fucking say it? Besides how I say it.
Oh, no.
It's
You know
Maryland. What?
the first time that I heard someone say the name of our state that wasn't from our state, believe it or not, was Alan Thicke of all people.
Oh,
And
Alan
he
Thicke,
was
really?
on his show. He had a show called Thick of the Night. And he said, now I quote, and I'm going to imitate him. He said, "We've got a message from Baltimore, Maryland."
Wait,
And I'm
what?
like,
Where's that?
did he mean Baltimore, Maryland? What the fuck is he saying?
What is he talking about?
And I'm like, do people say our state like that?
What are they pronouncing all that for?
Maryland.
It's no Maryland. Okay, first off, I'm gonna need them to stop being. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm gonna need them to stop. You don't
Now
need to
I
pronounce
can
every
get you
fucking
saying
syllable.
Mary Lynn, like Maryland. But Maryland?
It's a literal word that's together. It's Maryland. Nobody is saying Maryland,
It
like
is
Maryland. What is this? Wait, I'm down. See,
Baltimore, Maryland.
look. They're gonna get me making jokes. Be like, what is this? Like, you don't think this is Jesus's mother's land?
No, but it is named after Mary, but still.
But it's not
Nobody
no
pronounces
Mary.
it.
I
Nobody
no,
pronounces it
there is
like
no
that.
Maryland though.
This is the land of Mary. I don't know what you talking
No,
about.
Maryland. That would be so stupid. It sounds so stupid.
He said Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
I just kept
Baltimore.
And I kept staring at the screen because you know how like, they put the words
Baltimore.
up?
It's
And
Baltimore.
I get it because like in Dundalk it's Baltimore, so that's real wrong,
What the fuck?
right? And then West Side is Baltimore,
No.
and girl,
I
but it's
don't.
always Maryland. I'm like, girl,
I don't know what anyone is doing.
Maryland.
I do have, and usually I pronounce words in the correct manner. There are going to be words that I may have not heard before, but I tend to go look up the pronunciation of the word if it's a word that I don't generally use, and or if it's a name, because names can be pronounced very particular ways. Oh, so I definitely go check. I don't just assume that I'm saying it right. There could be incorrect way of saying it.
I have, because of speech therapy, and I'm going to say this with a caveat. I have perfect diction.
Yes.
That said, I don't use that shit all the time.
You don't have to use it all the time, but it's to know though.
I get tired, and all my issues come out from my speech impairments, all the way down to my east side accent.
Well,
so all that shit will come out when I get sleepy, and I will be living in Baltimore, Maryland.
Jesus. No, I'm not sure if I've ever said Baltimore though.
I don't think I've ever said Baltimore. The only time I say Baltimore is if I'm singing it. Remember that song? I don't know, because they use it for a couple states like Rhode Island and stuff like that. Yes. Like there's a feeling in the air that you can't get anywhere except in Baltimore.
Yeah, when they changed every city that they're singing it on radio for, yeah.
It's 1,000 yesterdays, and I love the magic ways of Baltimore. That's the only time I say fucking Baltimore.
Well, that's how I say it. I've never said it any of the other ways that I've heard people in Baltimore say it. Well, I've never lived in those sections that they would pick up an accent from, so that would make sense that I wouldn't. That'd be very odd if I just magically spoke with another accent that's another part of Maryland than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, I think I was near East Side.
No, girl, my ass. I lived near Canton and Fells.
Well, yeah.
Canton and Fells, you could cross one street and be in the other one, right? True. You can cross the street in Canton and be in Fells.
It's like Middle River and
it's like crossing Venus and stepping into Mars.
That's crazy.
It really is.
It's crazy work.
I went to school in Canton.
Yes.
And see, I went to school in what the neighborhood where my elementary school was Native American. It was Lumbee territory.
Yeah, I know the Lumbee, yeah.
And so, and then I went to secondary school in Polish territory.
Right.
So, girl, everything about my accent is polluted.
See, I didn't grow up around people really. You know, I was pretty much secluded for the most part. Actually, I'm a little surprised that I even have a Maryland accent because I wasn't really. I know, and I wasn't exposed, but just to my mother and my father. Clearly,
that's probably why though, because of your parents.
Right, but it would have to be my parents because they know I was homeschooled by my mom. But all my programs growing up was all like anime, Japanese stuff, you know, like that, because in the 90s and late 80s that was the thing for like my generation. So when I speak Japanese, I don't really know what my accent probably sound like to them. It's probably funny. But like,
oh my god, did I tell you my accent story, my Spanish accent story?
Spanish accent
okay
story?
So while I was in California, that's where I learned Spanish.
Right? That makes sense.
So I come back to Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Maryland.
Jesus.
I come back to Maryland and decided now, since I know Spanish, I want to go to class and really learn it.
Yeah.
And get the writing down, because it's just like with anything else. I can speak it, but I couldn't read it and write it. And people like, well, how can you speak a language you don't read and write? Honey, I got a 4-year-old who can speak English. She can't read and write it. Shut up. Stop.
So that's not how they work. It's stages.
It's not the same damn thing. Stop proving you're dumb. So anyway, I'm in this class with all these kids because I'm a grown ass adult in college again, and I'm in class, and then the teacher's having us read these passages,
Yeah.
and so it has to be like the class is totally in Spanish. You've got to be able to keep up. So I'm reading blah blah blah, just going through whatever cinco cinco seis, all the other stuff, whatever, because it was a whole bunch of numerals for some kind of math thing.
Yeah.
And my teacher says, well, he's like, very good, Esperanza, like, you did a good job, so such and such. And then he said he liked my accent. So I'm thinking, bitch, I'm speaking Spanish. I ain't got no accent. Like, what are you talking about? So me being me, I'm like, what do you mean my accent? What kind of accent do I have? And I don't remember exactly, but this motherfucker pinpointed exactly where my accent came from. He said basically it was Mexican. It was like, I'm gonna make this up. It was like south part of blah 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 Mexico.
You was like, what the?
And I was like, what? Wait a minute, huh? Because I didn't feel like I sounded any different than anybody else in the class.
Right, to your ears, you would not.
Right. And he said, well, it's the same thing with English. You know how you can have an Australian accent but still be speaking English? And girl, my jaw dropped. I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's why I know when I speak Japanese, it's like probably sound like the countryside of Japan.
Well, see, all my kids that speak Japanese, wherever the animes and shit where they learn it from, the what do you call it? The actors.
Yes.
That's their accent and it's all high strung foolishness.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they be cussing at me and everything. They think I don't know.
Yeah, everybody learning cursing.
I may not know, but I know that's what they doing. Because then they get to laugh and they say dumb shit about me in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, I've been learning Mandarin now. I want to do Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin is my joint.
I love Mandarin. And of course, Korean. Of course, Korean.
I'm having trouble with Korean, but I like Korean.
Well, that might not. Yeah, well, I can say if Japanese.
My strongest other language is French. And that's only because of my mom. My mom, now my mother was born in Virginia, pretty much raised in Maryland. But she talks like this. So I would appreciate it if you would calm yourself down, reconsider your thoughts. Or, and this is a choice, get away from me. Like, I can't do how deep her voice is.
Her voice is deep. It's a deep voice.
But she used to kill me. And then, like, I would say something to her, and she'll be like, "Pardon? What was that?" And I would just roll my eyes, like, "Bitch, I know you understood me, but you're gonna make me be proper, because you're a proper bitch."
Too funny. Oh, you want to do another sprint, or do you just want to talk to the end?
I don't want to do another sprint. Because
if that's the case, I got some tea then. But I got some writer's tea.
Oh Lord! Can my channel handle it? Because this ain't a tea channel.
It's writer based, and
All right, go ahead.
Well, it went down all over. I don't know where initially it started. I guess maybe it started on X or something. But like anyway, the people got wind of this book that got released, and it was. So the writer did a book that was like, I guess erotica, maybe leaning fetishy style category, but right. I'm just saying for context because it literally was just straight up pedophilia. And I don't know if she thought that somehow she was going to get away with that kind of sick ass bullshit and try to write off as, oh, it's just a kink thing. Listen, lady.
Was it a woman?
Yes, it was.
She'll be ashamed of herself.
And the sad, disgusting part, she has 2 children. So I feel like scared for those kids because if a person like her thinks what she was writing is okay, and she could explain it away with her crazy ass apology after the fact thing. And I found out later her name is Lauren Ashley because she said it in her apology. if that is true, then that means she's that person. If I remember correct, that's the same person that was on X amount of years ago. That, well, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 years ago, who was doing that thing where she was trying to pretend that somebody was coming for her, and she had tagged a bunch of
Is it Ashley? Lorna Ashley?
Lorna Ashley, yes.
How do you spell Ashley? HSASHLEY.
And Lorna is like the LUARNE, and I think that's what
LOU.
LA. It's like Laura would be
Lauren.
Lorna. It's like with REN or whatever. I could pour her name up, but the point is, I think she's supposed to be the person. She's not writing anymore. She pulled the book down. And it wasn't under that particular name. It wasn't under Lorna Ashley. It was under her other name, pen for this type of books. And the reason I'm bringing up Lorna Ashley is she said it was her actual name, and then the other one was her pen name. Because apparently the Lorna Ashley that we're remembering is the one that was on X that it blew up because she was coming after BIPOC authors. Attacking
girl, not her.
I'm sure it was her. We all think it was her. Somebody said that it was, but now she's like, with as far as we know, that it's supposed to be her, unless she had the same fucking name. And but either way, for this particular subject, people went on Amazon and one starred the fuck out this book and will say this is disgusting.
I gotta look.
I'll see if the girl is on my friend list on Facebook.
The name Lorna Ashley is too common.
It is very common. She might not be her, but either way, she's saying she's not gonna write no more, and she goes out because the people went after her cover artist. They went after her editor.
I don't mean no harm to say, and you know, and just like AI also seems to assume, I am not a prude, but nothing involving a child is a kink.
Certainly not.
Nothing. I don't care what else you out there doing. If you are having sex with aspirin, that is you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing ever involving a child a kink. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, now look, I'll tell you straight up what it is, what it was about. Because this from everybody's information, sharing what the book was about. I saw the blurb. Blurb is the book is called like Daddy's Little Girl, and the cover was pink and it had baby blocks on it and with the name. So people came for the cover artist, like you read the blurb and can tell, but maybe not. But they came for the editor as well, and the editor had to read some of it to edit it.
What's the name of the what's her first name again?
Let me pull up the cover. I gotta go to the girls on my friend list. Name of Christine. Let me see. Yeah, Christina Marie. Because she reads a lot of books. Arc reads books and stuff. Let's see where she. There's this post. She posted a lot. Girl, you post a lot. I scroll down.
I'm so tired of people making excuses for their ridiculousness.
People out here being disgusting, dude. She had her name under Tori Woods. The pen name was Tori Woods, Woods. Insane, dude. So the reason.
Wait, is it Daddy's Little Toy?
Yes, I'm sorry. Daddy's Little Toy. I almost couldn't remember because it's so gross.
Oh, so that down.
Oh, she had to take it down because it got attacked so much. She took it down because it got attacked that much. Within minutes, people found out about that shit, checked it out. No one needed any other incentive besides hearing the one thing. And some of the lines in the book is disgusting because of the issue with the fact that this guy who's a male lead was attracted to a 3-year-old.
Girl, and you talking about a 3-year-old?
Yeah, he was attracted to a 3-year-old. And then in the book, she gets a little bit older and he's talking about body parts on a child in the book. I'm like,
what got the nerve to say it's a retelling of Cinderella.
Yeah, she had a nerve to say that. And then the whole thing blowing up with her apology. She talking about he didn't touch her until she was 18. Girl, you talking about grooming and a pedophile because he was looking at her in a sexual manner at 3 years old. What are you on about right now? There is no condoning that whatsoever. No one wants to read about that unless they themselves are also the fuck that. What are you talking about? It's not a fetish. It's not a kink. This is not an age play.
Girl,
Like you
get
try.
this bullshit.
You're, I know,
this
4.5.
4 stars.
I know, and talking about people just don't know. Like, I think that was her because she got. Nah, she probably gave herself
90%
that.
of the people, 90% of the people gave it 1.
Oh, everybody ran and gave it 1s. As soon as they found out about it, no one's reading that, okay? But the people who did read some of the inside of it just blasted parts of it out and told everybody. It's disgusting, dude. So her apology thing, she goes, "Hi, everyone. I think there's been a huge misunderstanding. DLT is definitely not promoting or inciting." Yes, it is. It's not inciting anything ever to do with CSA or pedophilia. What is being said is grossly disturbing, breaks my heart as well as makes me sick. Yeah, okay. DLT, which is the title of the book, is fictional. Like she put it in all caps, like we don't know what fictional is when most of us are writers and readers. We know what fictional is.
Even if it's fictional, that don't mean
that doesn't mean a goddamn thing. What? It's fictional and meant to represent the DD/LG world. I understand where I went wrong, and that is why I have removed it from Amazon this morning. What happened between these characters, yes, started at a young age. Not intercourse happened while she was young. Girl.
What? Girl, she sound like, never mind. I'm not going to say on my channel what she sound like. But.
Yes, there were thoughts, and I can see how that is frowned upon. Are you serious? Nothing happened like that until she was of age.
Bitch,
girl.
He's sexually attracted to a 3-year-old, and somebody had to tell you that was wrong.
Well, she trying to say it's not because he only thought about it. See, this is why Trump won. I'm sorry.
Sexually attracted.
People like this thinking it's okay that somebody look at a child and say that they literally.
I'm gonna look at a child and wait till they're 18.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I know nothing that I say is going to change or fix what I've written. No, you straight up. I worry about your kids. Somebody should call CPS, but she is in Australia. So at least that's what she said. She'll lie. I don't believe her anyway.
Australia don't play.
Yeah, because it's against the law what she did. Actually, in Australia, you cannot write or put out anything that's like pornographic about children. You fucking weirdo. There are, however, 3 innocent people who have been caught in the crossfire, and it needs to stop. Who are you to tell somebody to stop? Anyway, Georgia, Mashaya, and Ashland, along with their businesses. Plexi and Quill Studio cover designer Mesha Taylor, PA graphics, and Ava book editing editor. First off, your editor read the book to edit it. So your editor, I wouldn't have edited that. You crazy? These ladies were under no impression that I was Lauren Ashley, writing as Tori Woods. See, she said Lauren Ashley.
I don't know who. Let me try that again. Lauren.
Lauren. Ashley. Writing as Tori Woods is that. So Lauren Ashley, I don't know if that meant something because the way she said it. Like that's supposed to meant something. So she might actually be the other Lauren Ashley because people said it in the comments. They was like, that Lauren Ashley?
I don't know. Because we have an Ashley Lauren and a Lauren Ashley.
Yeah, because someone here said, wait a second, isn't that Lauren Ashley, the name of the author with the whole mess on Twitter last year or the year before? She tried to claim another author had stole the entire premise of her book. That's the premise, not the other thing. I got my stories mixed up. She tried to claim another author had stolen the entire premise of her book, not one about child abuse that last time, and was saying she was going to sue, and it completely blew up. Then somebody said, "Yeah, that was her." I don't know if I knew. Did I hear about that one? She said, "Yup, that was her."
It's absolutely disgusting. This book contains child sexual assault, 3 years old, and I will report this everywhere possible and be having the author investigated. That's some girl on Goodreads. Natasha Taylor said she was.
Yep. Mm. Yeah, it's sick, man. And she talking about about the people who got affected. And so I reached out to these ladies to work with them as Tori and only as Tori. Georgia was my PA for Lauren Ashley and had only ever read half of my very first book and decided it wasn't for her. This is why she became my PA, because she was honest. Georgia, with G, has raised concerns with me about people mentioning her art form. This was copied from a template, hence why they all look the same. Mashia Taylor has read a couple of my books, but not this one in particular. Right. Neither of them knew to the full extent what was in this book. Ashlyn edited this book. She had asked me some questions, and in my replies, I wasn't entirely truthful. Whatever that means. She still read it though.
She's trying to take up for some people who let some stuff go. But
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
also probably trying to run interference against the person who's named as the darn editor.
Yep.
Where I'm sorry.
The editor is totally cool with it. They just wanted money. They didn't care.
Unless Tori put your name in that book as the editor and you didn't edit it, then you don't have nothing to say.
That part.
Because unless she did it without you knowing it, because if you edited any part of that and you let her use your name as the editor,
yeah,
you still need to get what you get, because you should have read it if you didn't.
She lying in this right here. I'm sorry, but she said she did not read over my final manuscript, which became the published, now unpublished version. What are you talking about? If she's your editor, so you saying it was unprofessionally edited when you put it out? Because
you know what's making me mad right now? I'm looking at all these goddamn reviews.
Yeah.
She getting all these reviews for this bullshit. I have to beg people to review my stuff.
Oh, people will go review bomb you before they review you because they like it.
Pedophiles and my stuff, not no pedophiles where that's listed as a fucking case.
I mean, when you get hate reviews, you gonna get them. Let word get out.
Someone wrote, "Please note, I am not rating this book 1 star. I am rating it negative 1 million stars."
Yeah.
This book is actually so disgusting. This book promotes pedophilia and the abuse of young children.
Yeah.
I'm not going to click what else she said because I don't even want to be thinking about this when I go to bed.
Girl, no. And she goes, "I am so sorry that I wasn't who I said I was." Like, if that's the problem here. And I'm so sorry for the content in my book. And I am even more sorry that this was missed as a trigger warning. What are you talking about? You can't trigger warn somebody that your book is a pedophile book because it's going to get pulled anyway. I don't know how Amazon even let that through. They will literally remove a book from their algorithm, remove a book and take it down if it's got a heavily overly sexualized cover, or when it's rated for it anyway, or some overly too sexualized content. They will shadow banned it where you're not going to get even seen, but they literally let this through. What? I can't with that. If I ever get back,
this girl put it really well. She put, "Pedophilia isn't a trope."
Thank you. It's not it's not any of that stuff. So stop with the bullshit. Are you insane? Anyway, I will be removing myself from the book community, she says. If I ever get back to writing, I will not hide who it is. Yes, you will, like you did this time. And I will make sure the people I work with know the full content of my books. They did know. They just wanted to get paid. However, I don't see that happening. I'm so sorry. Bitch, ain't nobody care about your fake ass apology. Take that somewhere else. You are sick. And if you was in the
It
States, I'd be
must
calling
really
CPS on you
like
yesterday.
I don't want to read any of this, but it really must be bad because the people who have read it are literally wanting to throw up. So what the hell did she
Girl, I
say?
literally saw one line and I was sick to my stomach.
I don't even want to see it.
I ain't gonna tell you that's how bad it was. But no, it was. I read the one line because the same girl on my friend list shared it,
So
and
my
I was like,
author is such a shit fucking human being trying to romanticize pedophilia.
"Yeah, that's some sick
She
shit."
should be ashamed and thrown in jail. This
She
isn't
should.
dark or taboo. This is a crime. Ugh.
Yeah, if you ask me, because the cover artist like did put out a thing like apologize saying they did not know what the book was about. In the back of the book, the blurb that everybody could read on Amazon, it don't even sound like I would not do the cover for it.
Wow, what does the blurb say?
The blurb has separated the two characters like Lucy and Arthur because the female lead is Lucy. And it says like in her voice, I can't help myself when I'm around him. I don't know how this even got left for a blurb on Amazon. I guess they allowed it, but I'm trying to
Wait,
read this.
how's this a Cinderella retelling when she talking about she's having a thing for the father's friend? The father didn't have no damn friend.
Well, because she retelling it in the ad and stuff. Because I guess you can in a retelling, but
The father died when she was little. So even if the father had friends, she wouldn't have known them.
Girl, I can't believe that this is the literal blurb. I can't even read this on here. I'll read when we get off.
Yeah.
Because I very well know.
Yeah, I see it now. I'm trying to. The cover, that is disgusting.
So the author, the cover artist made that, read this blurb, and was just thinking maybe the person was like, maybe they thought the wording was just a kink, and that the person was of age. That was the character. But I'm not sure that even in the blurb that the character is saying this stuff as an adult, because I don't think so. So I'll read it when we go behind stage, just so you know, because people can go read this blurb because it's out for the public to still see the blurb.
They're gonna ding this video just for the stuff that we have said.
Maybe.
I don't care.
YouTube isn't like TikTok. They do ding for some things, usually for slurs. You may get dinged for, but you rarely even get dinged for slurs. And on a live, lives aren't really the same as even when they become videos. They hardly get dinged on YouTube for that.
Wow.
So TikTok, we've been taken down, so you just have one word.
I'm gonna click off of that and not look at no more pictures. That book cover is gross.
Yeah, how was it not like? How did the cover? I don't know, but anyway, the cover artist tried to say she didn't. You know.
Well, what did she think Daddy's toy was about with baby blocks?
Right.
It's
Girl.
baby blocks.
Girl.
Like, I'm so mad right now.
I don't know. I think they all just trying to get away from it.
Stupid. You know what? If you're that stupid, you need to go to jail then. You don't need to be outside with the rest of us.
I agree.
That's a level of stupidity where you need to be on your own island somewhere.
Girl, you can't make this shit up.
Baby blocks.
But in the writing world, sometimes we come across the sickos as well. So just so you all know, there's a lot of sickos out here in every instance of every entertainment.
I'm gonna calm myself down.
Anyway, I just tell you about this. I thought you might not have heard about it. Because people out here messed up anyway. But I guess we should probably pop off here.
Yeah, I do gotta get off because I want to hear what you have to tell me later. But I still got some work I need to finish.
I know you do.
So everybody who came out and everybody who sees this later, thanks for coming out. Next Thursday, God is willing, it'll be a legit live stream where we get to actually do some actual productivity, get some actual work done.
And
Yep.
we will not pronounce the state I live in as Maryland.
She's definitely not.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night. I will see you on my channel on Tuesday and on Sunday this week. See ya.
Sunday, yeah, coming up.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.